We are live. Hello,
Hello.
viewers.
Hello, the internet.
Hello, everybody. Say hi in the chat. We got Evan already saying
Hi,
Happy
Evan.
Embargo Day.
That'll
Yes,
be
yes.
that'll be the chat for today again. I'm just gonna tweet out the. Oh, there it is. Look, I'm on the suggested page. Fantastic.
Oh, I should as well. 1 minute. I did the same.
And I need to mute it. How is everyone? And
Yes,
again,
how
by
are
everyone, I
you?
mean Evan. Are you twittering?
Yes, 1 minute. Okay, there you go. Should be fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're live, I know. Yeah. We were just doing Twitter things, just tweeting. Yeah, I mean,
Anything
it's not
happened
really.
today?
I mean, apart from like I heard reviews for the new MacBooks. Apparently, there's been new MacBooks.
Oh,
I'm not too
okay.
sure. Yeah,
I'd
and
heard that
new
there was probably
AirPods.
going to be some.
Oh, but the Pixel, obviously, the
Oh
Pixel's
yeah,
the biggest announcement by far. Obviously,
I saw as well that the Pixel, is it the Pixel Pro? Is that what it's called? The Pixel 6 Pro.
yeah.
So it's nearly as fast now as an iPhone 6S. Oh, no, sorry. No, it's a 10s, isn't it?
Okay, no, you know what? We've got Mike here. Mike,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
sorry.
Mike.
I'm sorry I'm sorry if we make fun of Pixel. I'm sorry. This is an Apple podcast, so we might bully the Pixel a little, but we don't mean it.
What do
Okay.
you mean?
Because Mike
Because
is a huge Pixel fan. He's a Pixel. Is there a name like the Apple sheep, the Pixel
mm,
peepers, the Pixel
oh,
warriors,
that sounds illegal. Anyway, Mike, thoughts and prayers for the Pixel.
good evening from Manchester. R.I.P. Man. Yeah, Man United. Yeah, that
Did
was
was
not
there a
good.
football?
Yeah. I think they lost like 5-0, like Liverpool against Liverpool.
Oh,
So yeah, Pixel
Pixel
Panderer. I
Panderer.
like that. I
Good.
like that. Mike, are you fine with that? Oh, Pixel Defense Force.
PDF. Is that what it
PDF
stands for?
actually that works quite well.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
That's good.
did you watch any of the videos, like the reviews? And well, there weren't many reviews. Surprisingly,
No,
like
a
like
lot less than I expected.
MKBHD didn't post anything today.
No.
Who
So
are
I
like
watched Dave 2D.
yeah
I thought
yeah.
he had a good take. I watched iJustine. She was very
Mm.
excited because she's
Well, yeah.
iJustine.
Oh, yeah.
But she's just so likable. She's just.
Hmm.
I don't want to say anything bad against her in case she wants to talk to me at any point.
No,
So
fair enough.
I don't think it's super likely, but yeah, no, there's some good stuff out there. Who did I watch first? I'm trying to think now. Rene Ritchie.
Oh, okay.
You've always got to watch Rene Ritchie. He knows his stuff. Like
That's a good point. Yeah.
he uses the same jokes often,
But you
but
can let him go for that because the,
don't
the,
we
the
all?
analysis is just so
Yeah,
good. You just
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
He
actually
knows what he's
haven't
doing.
found the thing is Rene's videos are very long. You have to sit down and watch it all in one go, and I
Oh
haven't
yeah.
found the time to do that. I've only seen Dave 2D's video. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it.
No, it's
I
pretty
mean,
good.
yeah. I mean, like it wasn't really like a review as such. He was just showing a bunch of benchmarks and stuff, and it's impressive as expected. So yeah, there's that.
And actually, the other one that I've just had on while I was getting ready for this, because I'm still trying to get this office sorted out. It's still an absolute state. And I really need to film the video about the nice desk. If I could see the nice desk, that'd be really good. For that, but yeah, this was the desk was supplied by FlexiSpot. I've now got
Hmm,
most of the cable management sorted. There's like
okay.
an Apple crate underneath that's got the Mac Mini and all of the external hard drives and stuff kind of cable managed into it, so that goes up and down with the desk. Because I'm trying to
Ah,
cable management with the standing desk that
yeah,
adjusts.
yeah.
Not the
That's
easiest
hard.
thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Hmm.
So yeah, so most of it's moving up and down with the desk, which is quite fun. But then the other table that's over there with the three old iMacs on it, and like I've been boxing in like the electricity meters and stuff like that to just try and clean up the space a little bit. But I
Yeah, yeah.
definitely need some more sound absorbentness. Have you got any spare? Have you ever considered soundproofing your area?
Well, I definitely haven't. No. Just we got
Hey,
TA Tech.
Tatek.
Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate that. There's just not much new. Like I just realized, like this whole week's just been waiting for the MacBooks. Like
Yeah,
that's really been it.
it really
Like
has, and that's what makes it quite difficult to make videos. To be honest, like my video today was mildly clickbaity, I guess,
okay,
because it was this is the MacBook Pro that you should definitely not buy, but most people will. Which is, I
I'm
mean,
just
classic clickbait
yeah,
title,
yeah.
and it's the M1
Oh, I see.
because there's
Okay.
basically no reason for anyone to buy the
Yeah,
M1
yeah,
MacBook
yeah, yeah.
Pro
Hmm.
when there's the Air, and then there's good MacBook Pros. So, like the old MacBook Pro, nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't need to be there. It was just
Oh,
a place filler.
we got a question. Thank you. Okay.
Oh,
TA Tech says, "Have you guys updated it?" I have not got Monterey on my MacBook. Just I wait. I usually wait just for bugs and stuff to. This is a machine that I use my MacBook for editing, so I don't want to risk it just yet.
such
So
a
I'll stay on
purist.
Big Sur for now.
And
Yeah.
I don't think we've discussed this. Are you a Final Cut editor or are you
Oh,
Adobe
Final
or?
Cut. Final Cut. I've always
Okay,
been doing
good.
Final Cut. Yeah.
Thank goodness for
I
that.
was.
I thought we were going to have to end the podcast early.
Oh, so split on the MacBooks. The performance specs are scary good. The notch, on the other hand, is a bit. Okay. Actually, we do have a leak. We have the MacBook Air. What are your thoughts on this? Like the white bezels and the notch, the whole the update, the renders. Like any thoughts or
Sure.
just sure?
That's
You see, for
my.
me, I'm not sure about the notch with white bezels. I
I don't
think
mind. I think if they make it a white bezel, a white notch, I'll be down with that.
it's like I would agree with Mike if it like for white bezels a notch would be an eyesore, but with black bezels like on like even they showed in the reviews today like you can blend it in with the background when you open an app, so it's not really a huge issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I
I'm
think
being summoned again. Hello.
go ahead.
What's that? Oh, he's run away.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like so the MacBooks you can just dark mode everything. It'll just blend in. It's really not a huge issue. But with the MacBook Air, white bezels and a notch.
Why can you not
Um,
have a white
Well,
bar on your?
light mode.
Yeah, I mean that's the downside. You'd have to use light
Yeah,
mode, I
yeah.
guess. But yeah, you could. A lot of people have been saying you can put a black stripe across the top of your wallpaper, and the notch disappears. You can do the same with white,
Yeah, I guess so. I guess,
and it'll be
yeah.
much more subtle. But I also think nobody's going to notice it after
I think
like
for the yeah,
a couple of
I guess
hours
for
of using it.
the average consumer won't care. I think
No,
like the target demographic. It's just us techies who just pick apart things like that. So yeah.
Evan Rogers, does
Um,
dark mode improve battery life? Now,
I don't think.
I
No,
don't
this
know.
applies to OLED only. I think, and I remember watching a phone buff test. He like with an OLED iPhone, I think he saved like 18% battery life, which is
That's
pretty.
not
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, that's it's pretty impressive. But with mini LED, it's not. It doesn't really shut down the, um, like with OLED, it
It doesn't
shuts
shut
down the
down the
pixels.
pixels, but it shuts down those bits of the backlight.
So I'm not. Nobody's done a test though. I'm not too
No,
sure.
that'd be
So
interesting.
yeah.
But there was one thing actually that came up in a video that I was watching today about the mini LED, and this is actually
Okay.
that's why it's kind of interesting. Is I wanted to bring this up, and it was basically it was Dave 2G's video actually that I know you've watched as well, and he said how the blooming issue is very
Oh,
much
it's
less
not. Yeah,
noticeable
it's not that. No, yeah. I remember. But he did say his
now.
eyesight. It might be his eyesight.
Yes, but we were expecting to see these MacBook Pros at WWDC
Yeah.
in June,
Oh, you think
which was very
okay.
soon
Yeah,
after they were released in April.
yeah.
I think they were delayed because they wanted to resolve the bloom issue on the displays. We heard it was the displays that delayed them.
Yeah. That
I
could be
think they were
likely.
improving that. I think that's why we
No,
had
I
a
think
delay.
that could be likely. That could be. Yeah, actually, because I remember the thing is, I'm not sure. This whole blooming thing with the iPad, like I remember hearing some say it was a massive issue, some saying it wasn't an issue. Like I just didn't understand I don't have the iPad Pro, the mini
Mhm.
LED one, so I don't know. But yeah, it could be a possible reason why we saw a delay.
Yeah, it just kind of
Uh,
makes sense to me. When I
yeah,
when I was listening to that, I was like, "Oh,"
yeah,
because I
yeah,
don't think anyone had really commented on that aspect of it because we hadn't seen if this mini LED bloom issue was as bad. I mean, I don't
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
that bad on the
With the
iPads, to be fair.
iPad, yeah, I don't know.
If
People
you
just
if you're
overblow,
yeah,
like they always try to find like some sort of controversy. Like even these
Bloomgate.
MacBooks, okay, we have everything with these MacBooks, and yet people are fixated on the notch. Like we
Yeah,
have ProMotion, we have M1 Pro, we have the ports back, no touch bar. There's so many things,
and you know
and
what?
yet
If
people are
people
like,
don't like it because of the notch, don't buy one. It's fine.
yes, exactly.
Yes, mate. I need
Um,
some pillows. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
sure.
Saran, pad.
Okay, I will
You're on
answer
it.
questions. We have Evan here giving us questions. It's all good. Okay. My mom has the mini LED iPad Pro. She wouldn't have absolutely no clue what. Yeah, exact. That's yeah. Blooming is like again like techies. We just pick apart things and we just overblow small issues. Like yeah, like the booming thing. I bet isn't a huge issue. The notch won't be a huge. Like it's just things. Everybody just likes to stir controversy. So yeah, there's that. Um, what I said, I don't know what happened in the news recently. AirPods 3 reviews. Has anybody seen those? I haven't seen any of those. Like, what are the reviews saying? Does it sound good? Yeah, I don't mind the notch. Yeah, yeah. Although the MacBook Air with white bezels, that might be a different story. But again, like Dave said, maybe you can blend, you can get a white background and just sort of blend the notch in with the background like you can with the MacBook Pros. So yeah, maybe. I have run out of content to talk about. What am I going to talk about? Uh, questions, please. Just leave them in the comments, and I'll answer them. I hear the Mac Mini is being delayed because the engineers haven't figured out how to brand it with. I thought that was serious. I was like, wait, what's the reason? And then I read, hey, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm not too sure, Mike. I'll be honest. Like, it's hard for me to justify buying a second phone. As much as I do want to test out the Pixel, like it's just like I just won't use a second phone. So I might wait for the 6A. We'll see. But I think overall with the reviews of the Pixel 6, I'm pretty happy with the phone. I think the video side was a little disappointing. But apart from that, the phones are great. So yeah, we'll see. Uh yeah, my interesting. To be honest, I guess because the MacBooks, like I remember, a few of my friends who aren't techies, they asked me immediately, like, why are the new MacBooks £2,000? Like, it's completely outrageous, and it's clearly, I guess it's clearly because it's not really for average Joes. It's definitely like a prosumer machine. So AirPods, on the other hand, they're more consumer focused. So I can see why, your local news only covered the AirPods. That makes sense. Yeah. I was just answering questions. There's not much to talk about. I've just been thinking of like news topics, and there's not much really.
There isn't. I mean, we've got Monterey released today, so
iOS
that's cool.
15.1 and iPad OS 15.1, and yeah, I mean,
tvOS
yeah, tvOS.
15.1.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's it.
Thoughts on Intel? I have no idea what this is. What's Sci-Fi?
Sci-Fi, is that their like ARM company that they bought?
I think. Oh,
I'm sure
something.
Evan.
Was it the Alder Lake chips? Some leaked benchmarks. Appeared and it actually surprisingly did beat M1 Max in terms of single core. But then, of course, do remember the power consumption is going to be insane. Like it won't be as efficient. Like that's one thing to note. But
And also, isn't it
again,
hilarious that they've beaten the M1 Max like a day after the M1
yeah,
Pro and M1 Max turned up? It's like, yeah, we did. Oh man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess it's somewhat impressive. The performance is somewhat equal to the competition, but again, efficiency, that's the main thing. Like with a laptop, you need a really
Yeah.
beefy casing for that chip, and you need a ton of cooling. Whereas these MacBooks are super thin for
Yeah.
the power they offer. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing I heard about those chips was actually that they're causing loads of issues with older games that have DRM built in or anti-cheat because
Ah.
the efficiency cores are basically good.
Oh.
Good. This light just
What?
fell off.
Okay. Okay.
We'll just turn that one off. I don't think we need that one.
Uh. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the DRM is basically confused by having the extra efficiency cores because sometimes they're checking for whether you're virtualizing systems because some of the
Ah.
anti-cheat stuff basically, or some of the cheat mechanisms basically virtualize the system and then add extra inputs from that system or something. And because
Hmm.
they've got basically two different types of cores, that's basically making it think there's two different systems running. So that's also a bit of an issue since Windows is all
Ah.
about being backwards compatible with all the
Yeah. Yeah.
games you've
Yeah.
ever played in
Hmm.
your life. Like
um.
half the reason that I used to boot camp on my iMac was so I could play the original Command and Conquer from like 1993 because it's just
Oh
great
wow.
still.
Okay.
That's what I used to
Fair
play
enough.
when I was young. But yes, Evan, thank you for
Sci-fi.
your.
Yeah. Is the. I think I heard about this. I don't know. I'm not really interested in Intel. I just
I heard
think.
about the acquisition. I didn't hear that it
Yeah.
had fallen through. But it was interesting because it was just at the same time that Apple had also hired some Risk V
Hmm.
engineers or were hiring for Risk V engineers. And it looked like it was more for the kind of Internet of Things kind of stuff, I think.
Okay. Okay.
But also how they could integrate it and have it as a backup. And I think it was also when Nvidia was like on the brink of buying ARM, which I think is still happening, but it's kind of
I think it's
still
yeah, it's
going
just in the
through
like
stuff.
yeah, like is it fine or I don't know. Yeah. Um Testing Monterey on the M1 Mac Mini. Finally I can AirPlay my iPhone while recording. How was this
Woo!
missing until now?
See, that's a really handy feature because at the moment when I record videos, because I do it on
Hmm.
my iPhone, I use Filmic Pro specifically because I can use my iPad as a monitor and a control,
Yeah, yeah.
which
Hmm.
means that I can use the good camera on the iPhone, with the screen
And use
facing
your
away from
iPad
me.
as a monitor really. Like
Basically, yeah, just
yeah.
to make sure that
Hmm.
I'm framed up and that I'm in focus and things like that. Like the autofocus on the 12 Pro Max is just astonishing using the LiDAR,
Yeah.
but it's still handy to know that it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
decided that you are what to autofocus on.
Yeah, yeah, fair
It's
enough.
not got distracted by a picture in the background that it's like,
Yeah,
oh, there's
yeah.
face there.
uh, okay, we've got another question. Do you think the M2 MacBook Air will have white bezels and M2 MacBook Pro has black bezels? Yeah, I think
I'm not
so.
sure there will
I,
be an M2 MacBook Pro.
yeah, the M2 MacBook Pro is still something. I think Mark Gurman still thinks it'll happen.
Hmm.
Dylan DKT said it won't happen. That's about it, I think, in terms of
So
like sources commenting on that. I don't know.
I kind of wonder if they're going to do an M2 MacBook Pro, but it'll be in the 14-inch form factor.
Hmm.
So I think the M1 will probably disappear with the MacBook Pro. I think they might keep the Air around in an M1 in the old
Yeah,
form
yeah, I think
factor
that makes sense. Yeah.
as an entry level, as an 899 or a 749 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I think the new Air is probably going to be a little bit more expensive with M2 if it's got
I
mini
think so
LED.
too. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Uh,
$100.
I think you discussed this in today's video, but like a 15 or 16-inch MacBook Air.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think they will.
I want that to happen though.
No, I'd
I
like
would,
it,
yeah.
but I don't think
I
they
think it would
will.
make sense though, because like it could fit in at that 1499. Like it could be the halfway point between the well,
Yes.
assuming the Air is still going to be around 1,000, like 1,100 maybe, and obviously the M1 Pro MacBook
Yeah.
Pro is 2,000, so it'll be that perfect middle
If
gap kind of device. Yeah.
if they kill the 13-inch MacBook Pro form factor and they don't
Yeah.
have an M2 Pro, then it would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of becomes
And
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Evan just asked that. Yeah, yeah, I think it makes more sense than the M2 Mac. The M2 MacBook Pro, even right now, the M1 MacBook Pro doesn't make a ton of sense. So I don't think we need a M2 version, to be honest. Just
As
give
I
us
say,
a
that
big
was
Air.
basically the entirety of my video today was mocking the 13-inch MacBook Pro, going, "Don't buy that one."
What is the best way to capture the screen with an Apple app? I've used QuickTime a few months ago and it seemed to be straining my base M1 a bit. Years ago, I used to use Camtasia.
I use the
I've,
built-in
I've,
screen capture.
yeah, I haven't had any issues with QuickTime, so I'm not sure
I
why
don't
it's
use QuickTime
straining.
either, though.
Oh, really? Okay.
I use the built-in. You know, you can
Oh,
do a screen, like a print screen is Shift Command
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
F3. No,
Three,
Shift
three, yeah,
Command
three.
3.
Yeah.
Shift Command 4 gives you a drag window,
Drag, yeah.
so you can do a selection. Shift Command 5 gives you the option of screen recording,
Ah, I did
and
not
it's
know
built
that.
into. It's
Okay,
basically
wow.
part of Preview or Finder or something.
Oh, cool.
But yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe that could
you
help.
can even do it capturing the audio from your computer as well, not the internal audio
Hmm.
by default, but if you've got a microphone hooked up to it, or so you can do voiceover for whatever you're doing.
Cool,
So
cool.
that's what I do.
Do you think universal control will work only from Mac to iPad, but not the other way around? I'm interested if we can control Mac with the iPad's Magic Keyboard. That would be epic.
I think it goes both ways, but I think you have to start it from the Mac
Yeah, start it from the Mac and then yeah, that
and
makes
then
sense.
swap to the iPad keyboard.
Do
I
we
think
have like an ETA on when that's coming? Or is that still just like coming soon?
um just after AirPower.
Okay.
So any day
That,
now. Any
yeah,
day.
any day, any day. Now we'll just talk about. Did you see any AirPods 3 reviews? Any of those? I haven't seen any of them, but
I saw iJustine's again.
okay. What did
Um
she say? Was
she
she
said they
impressed?
sound as good as the pros.
Oh, that's
Um
impressive.
she said they're a bit too big for her ears, which I thought was
Okay.
interesting because they are a little bit chunkier.
Hmm.
But she also said that they still stayed in. I like the fact that they are waterproof or like water resistant at
The whole
least,
case as
and
well.
so is
Yeah,
the case.
that's nice. Yeah, yeah.
So that's good, especially given my previous use case with my AirPods having been through the wash. So
Yeah,
they have got little gaps, like where all of the seams meet up. They don't really meet up anymore.
I
So they're
see.
probably quite a lot less waterproof than they were before the first run through,
Okay.
because they did go through the tumble dryer.
Oh, I see. I see.
Bit toasty in
Yeah,
there.
AirPods 3 reviews. I mean, I
What
haven't seen any.
What are your
Uh,
thoughts? Because I know you did a video on the AirPods Pro 2
yeah,
um,
yeah.
Sussy Baka case.
Sassy back. Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think it's in any way legit?
You know what? Like in the past, we have had like actual models. Like I remember AirPods Pro casing leaks like begun like months before the release, and the same happened with AirPods 3. So I won't rule this out completely. I think there's a fair chance this could be legit. And like to be honest, like thinking about it, like what can they do to AirPods Pro? They're pretty good, like as they are. Like uh, I know the stemless design was rumored, but like thinking about it now, you kind of do need the stems
Hmm.
to control your media. So
And also, microphones. If they've got beamforming mics in them,
yeah.
and
So
where are you going to put the batteries?
also that, yeah,
And
there's
when
so
you...
many like it's like Gurman just said that and we just believed it. But now thinking about it, like
I mean,
yeah,
they could do something where they look like an air tag in each ear. That might be nice. Um,
it just reminds me of the Surface Pods. Like those are very
oh
similar to
yeah,
that kind of.
yeah, they're
Yeah, those are
huge.
very stylish. Yeah.
I was thinking a little bit about AirTags though the other day, and the way that Apple's going to a lot of the vintagey style designs for things,
Hmm.
and I was like, the AirTags look quite a lot like the old airport base stations.
Oh.
The round one.
Oh
It's got a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit more
yeah,
of a
yeah.
peak in the middle, but
Oh, actually, that's a good point.
I wonder if
Yeah,
they were referencing that
I see
when they
that
did the
now.
AirTags.
Maybe, yeah. But
But yeah,
anyways, with the
sorry.
AirPods Pro 2 leak, I know it's sus, but I would not be surprised if they're legit.
Did you see my comment on your video?
Did I- You know, your comments sometimes disappear. Like, like I don't get how. Does YouTube just like
Am I a
immediately?
spammer?
I have no. So I saw it in the
Does you?
notifications. I think you like my favorite part was the speakers, right?
Yeah. Why do we
So
need
then
stereo
yeah,
Find
sorry,
My speakers?
because you need the you need there's spatial audio,
Yes.
speakers
Yes,
to
it's
locate your
immersive Find My. If that's what the speakers on it are for, that doesn't seem right. We,
Yeah, and I like actually after making the video, I don't think about like AirTags. They don't have a speaker, but they can produce sound.
yes.
So they could do the same thing with these AirPods if they
Yes.
really want. So yeah, and that's a good point.
Another reason that it doesn't seem quite right, especially when they've just made the AirPods 2 more waterproof. Sorry, the
Mm.
AirPods 3
AirPods
more
3,
waterproof,
yeah.
and then they're going to put holes in the next one that is the Pro
Fair enough.
one that's already a bit waterproof. Not quite sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But what else have we got down here?
Um, for screen recording, you
Mhm.
can find it easy. Okay, cool. I use Parallels a lot for Linux and Windows dev machines. I hope Microsoft supports it at some point. Do you think they will?
Mm-mm.
No.
And I'll tell you for why.
Go
Windows
ahead.
365. They want you to
Oh yeah,
subscribe to it
yeah,
instead
yeah,
in the
yeah.
cloud. That's why.
Hey Sharon, and yes, Brian Tong. I think he did. I haven't. Did I watch his video, or does he somebody? I think I saw a tweet about it, but yeah, I heard he liked the AirPods.
I watched the
Yeah.
beginning of his video on the Macs, and then something happened, and I think it's probably still waiting to play on my iPad.
Okay.
So the house is not a still place.
Fair enough. Yeah. Any other? We got like half an hour left. What do we talk about?
Hey, we don't have to make it an hour, but still, you
Yeah.
guys in the comments, you guys are normally pretty good about this. Right, what do we think is going on with Mac Minis? Because
Yeah. Okay. Mac
very
Minis.
disappointed. I am disappointed.
I am very
Um,
disappointed.
that was what I wanted. I wanted a new
Hmm.
toy. Just looked at my bank account today, and I can't afford it anyway. But I still wanted it, and it's a sad thing that I haven't got it. I'm very sad.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I don't like what's like. There's no like mini LED issues with the Mac Mini.
Hopefully
Um,
not.
hopefully not. What? Yeah, what's stopping? I don't know. I just don't. I think what Gurman actually Gurman did release an early edition of his Power On
Yeah,
newsletter and
what
said that
happened? He
I
lost
don't
track
know.
of
He
what
just,
day it is.
but he did say that. Well, he didn't. So I don't, I'm not sure, but the wording was suggesting that like the spring event would be focused on the iMac, the Mac Mini, the iPad Pro, and the iPhone SE3. And I'm assuming it was a spring event he was talking about because Ross Young told us the iMac was coming out in Q1, and he said
Mm.
these four products would come out as soon as, and I quote, 2022 it gets underway. So spring event for those four products, I don't know,
And will
maybe.
the spring event be March this time? Because that would be end
Yeah,
of Q1.
I think March. I mean, yeah, I mean, unless there's further delays, I don't know. Should be March. Should be
But if we're
March.
saying iPad Pro, that suggests M2 will be there.
Then okay, so 9 to 5 Mac released a really dodgy report a long time ago. So they found like I think references in codes, and so they in that report they mentioned the iPad Mini would get the A15, which is right.
Hmm.
iPad 9 would get A13, which is right as well.
Yeah,
In that report, they also said that maybe we could see an A15X.
that's called M2.
Yeah, no, but like as in just they referred to it as A15X. Is there a chance we go back to the X monikers just to
Why?
confuse things further?
Yeah,
I don't know.
just to
I'll try
say
and
that
find
we can get
the.
it out before M2.
I remember reading that and being confused, but like again, if we do somehow see a spring release, that would be the because I don't see Apple giving us M2 in the iPad first. Like it has to come to the Mac
No,
first.
it.
So
But I would hope because my kind of roadmap in my head, which I've again done videos on many
yeah.
times, is that I think we would get the A series chips in September. We get the M series chip that's based on that A series in the spring, and then October we get the Pros,
Hmm.
the Pros and the Maxes. But then obviously we've got the next generation of silicon coming through, which is exactly what we've got now because the M1 Pros and M1 Max is based on A14.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not an A15 chip.
Hmm.
So that kind of makes sense because you're still then stepping up in terms of performance each time, and then you've got the next one coming through. So I think that would make sense, and I do. I'm not convinced because the only reason we don't think we're getting the MacBook Air in spring now is Quo, and he always gets dates wrong.
Gurman also though. Gurman did say 6 to 8 months, which I think falls between April to June. So there's a fair chance we could see like a
Mm,
spring event. But he's rough, like basically Quo and him are now agreeing on the same time frame. So
but is he quoting it from Quo?
no. This is Gurman just saying it that he
Okay.
thinks. So yeah.
Hmm.
Possibly. I don't know. It's
Well,
a bit weird to release M2 and M1 Pro and M1 Max machines at the same time, in my opinion.
but we
Like,
wouldn't
because
be. Oh
no,
wait,
but
you can do them at
we'll
the
see
same
the
event.
yeah, no, we'll see the iMac, we'll see the possibly the Mac Mini, and then what the MacBook Air as well.
Yes, I would think they
The,
could do that because they haven't got to talk about the M2 chip at the M1 Pro and M1 Max chips anymore. They
but
can
don't
just
you
say,
think that like
and we're bringing the power of the MacBook Pro to blah blah blah.
no, but wouldn't it be a little confusing that there's a higher number for the cheaper
No,
Mac?
it
Like a
wouldn't at all.
do you not
No,
think that? Okay, fair enough,
no,
fair enough.
because they've been doing that with iPads and iPhones for years.
But they never release them at the same event though.
They have. They've not done iPad Pro at the same event, I
But
suppose. But people
the X
don't give a
chips would
crap
be at the
what numbers
yeah,
inside it.
like
They
no, but
want
like I feel
the
like
latest.
because Apple's Mac marketing heavily focused on the chip, like with the M1 it was supercharged by the M1, and I'm sure with these they're gonna put M1 Pro, M1 Max everywhere.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It just seems to me it seems just a like it'll be a like I can see some out of the tech sphere, like just some regular folks being confused maybe. Like why
I
does
don't
the
think they would.
okay fair enough.
I understand why people think they will, but I think they're not giving people enough, uh, either enough credit for being able to understand it, or
Hmm.
thinking that they give a crap about what numbers on something.
Okay.
Because like, has Intel cared ever about their 109/180
Yeah,
Ks?
okay, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Do you know
That's a
what I
good
mean?
point.
People still buy Intel
Yeah.
chips.
Okay,
Doesn't matter.
we have got a ton of comments. Oh,
Newbies in the chat.
I'll keep my Intel Mac then. Fair enough. iMac 2. iMac behind. Yeah. Alex, hey, welcome.
Hey,
Thank you for
Alex.
stopping by.
Alex is absolutely flying on his channel right now.
Yeah, his views are just insane.
Yeah,
Insane.
because he
Mac
cares about the
Mini.
iPhone.
Yeah, Pro Mac. Yeah, I don't see the Mac Mini again. I don't know what.
I
Yeah,
think they
actually,
can.
okay. Do you think so? Do you think the name? What do you think the name of the next Mac Pro chip is going to be? Do you think it's going to be M1 Pro Max
I
or
think it's going to
M2 Pro
be.
Max?
I think it's going to be the Mac Pro with um M1 Pro Duo or M1 Max Duo
Okay.
and Quad.
Oh, that would so directly just yeah. Okay,
They
okay.
just go. There's two
Hmm.
or four of them
Yeah.
inside because that is what it is going to be.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's
that's
going
a
to
good
be
point. Yeah.
multi-chip because they've like everyone was saying this. I've been saying it from November last year. I said they're going to put multiple Apple Silicon chips in for
In
these
yeah,
things.
yeah.
The same way they did with G5s. You could have a G5 with one or two processors inside it.
And the
That's what they're
2013
going to
Mac
do.
Pro as well. I think. Right. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think the 20. Yeah, I think the
The trash
2013.
cans.
I
They
remember
had
Luke
they
making
had
a
dual graphics cards
okay.
on that
Was it
triangle.
did Luke? Because I remember Luke maxing out a Mac Pro, and then he said there was an option to, like, he was building his own. Maybe he was just modding it. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Like
there
there's a
you
few
go.
people that have said, oh, they're going to go back to the trash can style because they
Yeah.
can thermally now, and I'm like, I don't think so because that's one of the it's one of those products that's just got like a bad taste left in people's mouths because they released one
Hmm.
generation of it and then forgot about it until 2019
Yeah.
and still sold it for the same
The
amount of
G4
ridiculous
Cube
money.
leaks. You know how was it? Who was it? John? That was. I think John was the first one to
Yeah,
say that.
so there was
Make.
a few different sources that were saying reminiscent of the G4 Cube, and then John put out the taller version, like
Hmm.
basically a Mac Mini that was a bit taller.
Yeah.
Nobody's put it in a Perspex cube yet, which
Hmm.
is disappointing for me because I love my G4 cube.
It's a very nice design.
But
Um.
I think it's going to look more like the current Mac Pro. I think it's still going to have that venting on the front,
Hmm.
or maybe on the base. Maybe it's going to be a through kind of thing. Maybe it is going to be lifted up slightly, and the airflow is vertical because that would let the thermals help with the airflow.
Fair enough. Yeah. Good point.
Heat rises, pull it in at the bottom, throw it at the top. Isn't that what the
Hmm.
Xbox does?
I think so.
We're all
Yeah.
really into gaming.
Yeah. Clearly. Uh. Wait. Am I seeing Evan's? Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Like Evan. He has to replace Evan. I'm assuming this is referring to the MT. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, slow cuber. The Jade 4C die is the full. That's the max chip, right? Because the chop is the Pro.
Yeah.
So that is the one that they would be getting because
Um,
we're saying 128 core GPUs, which would be 4 32 core GPUs.
hmm.
So it would be that one, I think. But yeah, I think the Mini will be able to get both versions of the chip, and I do think that the reason that they're having issues at the minute is probably when you see how big the cards are, like the logic boards in those MacBook Pros, like
Pros.
they
Yeah.
take up a huge amount of the footprint. When you look at the M1 MacBook Air,
Well, have there been teardowns or like just
no, Apple showed it.
the visuals that Apple gave
Yeah,
us? Is that it? Yeah. Okay.
yeah. As far as
We
I
haven't
know,
seen actual like teardowns. Okay. Yeah.
no. I'm looking forward to that. That'll probably be tomorrow
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
that's when they're in normal people hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, the logic boards are enormous. They're like the half the footprint of the thing.
By the way,
Um,
Evan was referring. Oh, no, go. Sorry. Continue your point, and we'll get to this question.
I do think we're going to get higher end in the Mac Minis purely because we've still got Intel higher end models on the Apple Store,
Yeah.
and it just feels very much like that's where they need to be replacing.
Yeah, and Evan was talking to. Well, he was talking about the Pro and Max chips, not a Pro
Hmm.
Max. But yeah, I do think we'll see. Well, basically, be identical to the MacBook Pros.
Yeah,
That's about it.
yep, and I think the same for
Um.
the iMacs. I don't think we're going to get a dual M1 Pro or M1 Max in an iMac now.
Hmm.
Having seen how massive the boards are.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, guys, hit live chat. Yes.
Woo!
uh. I'm not sure about expansion card slots. Nah, I don't see that happening.
I think they might do something. I don't know what,
Hmm.
but I think
Okay.
it might be more like a Mega Drive cartridge or like a game cartridge than a physical open the
Yeah.
box, put
Okay.
a PCIe card in, close it up again. I think it'll be more like you can put a whole thing in the back of it that comes in its own slot, like the MPX cards. Is it MPX?
I think. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Something like that. But I don't know what you'll put in them. It might be storage.
I think it's referring to. I think it's no. The 4C die is what you call the quad.
Oh, okay. So it's 4
Yeah.
of those basically built into one chip, I guess.
Jade C die, no multiplier is the max. Jade C chop is the pro. Okay,
Okay. Yep.
cool.
Cool. Thank you for the clarification.
Can't wait for the M1 Max iPad. What M1 Max iPad Pro? Netflix and YouTube will fly on that. Yes.
Oh, harsh words. Those are content creation beasts, Alex. Digital artists love the Apple Pencil.
Yes.
Steve would have hated it, but digital artists love it.
Yeah. I actually like Dave's idea of M1 Max Duo and Quad, like just literally calling it what it is instead of
Yeah.
having a fancy name for it.
I think
So yeah,
maybe M1 Ultimate.
Ultimates. Yeah. To be honest, yeah, I could see that happening. To be honest, yeah.
But I'm not sure. Or the M1 Jobs. It's just like named after Steve.
That would be nice, but I don't see them doing that kind of.
No,
I
I
don't know.
don't.
Do they? Yeah, they don't really. But I could see because Max and Pro just sound really like I'm still not. They should have went with M1X in my opinion.
Hmm.
Like M1X still made them like, but since they went with Pro and Max, Ultimate just sounds
Yeah,
this sounds
just
perfect for
yeah.
that.
I just really hope they don't call it the Pro Max. It's like, no, it's confusing enough as it is. Why have a chip called Max in Max?
Yeah, M1 Max Max.
Come on, my head hurts just trying to. When I even just trying to read the script that I put on the teleprompter and trying, it's just what my brain can't get around it.
Also, I think Sammy Fadhi on Twitter mentioned he mentioned a good point. Like, what's the regular 6.7-inch iPhone going to be called now? Because to Apple, Max is now higher than Pro, so they
I
can't
know
call the regular. They can't just call it iPhone 14 Max.
they
Can
could go
like
back to Plus.
that's for services now. I don't know. Is that like they have like a
iPhone,
rule?
iPhone Plus, iPhone Pro, iPhone Pro Max.
Maybe.
Don't
Yeah.
call it Pro Plus for goodness sake.
Pro Plus. Oh,
We
oh
don't need all
no.
the caffeine jokes.
I know it's not popular. I feel like Apple went backwards, returning to the legacy ports.
I kind of
Uh,
don't care. It's like they've built in a hub because they've taken one of your
yeah.
Thunderbolt ports and they've split it out into a charging bit, a SD card reader, and an HDMI port. And it's like
To
it's
be
fine.
fair, Apple the 2015 MacBook. So it's been like 6 years. Apple gave
Hmm.
the industry 6 years to adopt USB Type C. They tried their best, and like
Yep.
the industry just because the industry hates change for some reason. I don't know
But
why. They just
and
hate
yet the
change.
industry wants USB-C on every
Yeah.
iPhone. Nobody
But like
wants it
the
except that
pro
they do.
market, especially the pro market, just keeps on complaining about dongles and stuff. So I can't complain. And at the same time, it doesn't. It's not like you're not losing like you've only lost one Thunderbolt port. Like you've still
Yeah,
got three, and it's not a huge issue, really.
yeah.
I
And
don't think.
I think my problem with it is that all of those Thunderbolt ports could be anything. And they're
Mm.
now taking space on the system to put in an SD card, which is really less popular than it was when they
Yeah,
took it off,
yeah.
because there's now a lot of people using CFast cards, and there's a lot of people using other different like
But
removal
that's the
media.
issue because like with these standards because they keep changing. You
Yeah,
can't really have a single use kind of port on these
yeah,
machines. Like
and that's why
it's
some of
pointless. Yeah.
these hubs that will plug into two of your USB ports slash Thunderbolt ports and give you whatever you need are kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I do respect what the guys are doing with those framework laptops. Have you seen those? Linus Tech Tips have
Mm,
been talking about it a lot. So it's
I haven't seen
basically
it. No.
a fully open source repairable build your own laptop kit.
Ah.
So you
Okay.
can replace the bezels on your display with a
Ah.
white or a black, or you can
This reminds
eventually
me of the
remove them.
modular phone that Google used. That
Yeah,
the project.
actually this one's all right. And it looks quite cool. Like it doesn't
Fair
look
enough.
modular. But
Yeah.
when you open it up, like all of the screws are color coded, so you can tell which one goes where,
Ah, that's
and
really cool.
all of the internal parts have little QR codes on it. So if one of them breaks or is
You can
damaged
just
or fails,
yeah.
you scan the QR code and you can order the replacement part and also see what else is compatible with that slot. So
Hmm.
it's like it's well done. I think Linus has actually invested in it. Like I respect the whole like right to repair stuff. It's just I don't want to have to.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to repair stuff. Like I want a product that is reliable enough to live its life, which Macs tend to do. And then or at least have the right customer service to fix it if it goes wrong.
Yeah.
And Apple's support, as far as in my experience, has been second to none. Like I called them up, I don't know, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, to get support on installing macOS Lion on a 2007 black MacBook,
Oh
and they
wow. And
spent
this.
ages on the phone helping.
Oh wow. Okay, that's impressive.
Like, who else
Yeah.
does that?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
Like, I don't see Like, I know some people will have bad experiences, but at the same time,
You
it's
can't. I mean, there's always going to be. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, no company's perfect. Like, there's always going to be issues. But yeah, for the most part, devices and chips with the same names. I'm assuming what this is
yeah.
referring
When we're
what
talking about
to.
the Max and Max and
Yeah, yeah,
Pro Max and yeah,
yeah.
we
iPad.
all agree. I think that the naming is horrendous at the moment.
Yep. iPad Pro M1 Max with solid state active nitrogen cooling.
Yeah. Um.
Oh, we missed this, but well, he's gone now.
Thanks,
But
Loki. But
thank you. And we
if
have,
you watch,
I think, another person. Tech Unravel. Thank you as well
oh,
for stopping by.
unbelievable.
We missed both of them.
Oh well,
Um,
I'm sure they've
yeah.
had a nice night. Yeah, you'll always need a hub anyway. Too many different cables. Now, my argument for this is change your cables.
Yeah, this is like I don't know. One thing I've noticed is like professionals just hate change in general. They just want to stick
Yes.
with what they, I guess I understand, but at the same time, why just like this ports will soon like we just explained, like the SD card slot is not as useful as it used to be. Like we've moved on to faster standards, so why hold on to that? I
Hmm.
don't know. Yeah.
Like, is it that difficult if you use SD cards a lot to have an SD card reader? I wouldn't have thought it would be. If that's your job, have the things you
Yeah.
need for your job. Like I understand the point of having the HDMI port on it, and it's not for people's primary monitors, and the
Hmm.
fact that it's a 2.0 instead of a 2.1, so it doesn't do like 120 hertz.
That's not a
Th-
huge issue. I think Dave 2D he
Yeah,
explained in his video where like it's just it's like in a pinch you use it, like
yeah.
if you, it's not something that you,
If you need
so
to
it's
present,
fine. HDMI, yeah, it's HDMI 2.0 is fine
yep.
for its use.
And this is what I was saying all the way through. Was like the reason that the MacBook Pro should have that is, well, to be honest, the vast majority of people that own a MacBook never plug it into anything.
Hmm.
Like,
True.
especially the
True.
base level MacBook Pro, they might use it to connect to uh, a projector at work occasionally or a conference room TV to do a presentation.
Hmm.
That's probably as far as it goes for most people. And I mean, by most, probably 90%. Most of them
Yeah.
don't have external storage. Most of them don't have any accessories other than the power cable that they plug in. That's just what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. It's good for presentations. I
It is.
guess I've never used my MacBook for a presentation at all. So yeah.
Yeah, but have
Actually, I
you
don't
got a
think I've ever plugged my MacBook into an external display ever.
do you have a job?
I'm one of those.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. They
Do you have a
just
job or are you a student though?
student, yeah, student. But still,
Mm.
I mean,
And
yeah, I don't.
what are you studying, Saran? Let's get to know Saran.
That's good. I'm doing marketing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Where are you
Uh,
studying?
Brunel.
Oh, very nice.
Am I revealing my location? Oh, well, you can't. Okay, that's fine. There's 7 people here. If you somehow track me,
That's
okay.
okay. And your sort code?
When yeah, hotel HDMI is usually, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that I have done is I've actually thrown my Mac Mini in my bag when I've been on an overnight for work and still shot my video in the hotel room, then edited it on the TV in the hotel room with my Mac Mini.
Hmm.
Like, it's quite handy.
Yeah. Uh, that's about it.
Yeah,
It's just,
I mean,
you know what?
we're
I just realized. Okay, so Gurman said there's no November event. Now we're gonna go back into the drought. It's gonna be a drought for the next few months till the spring.
only 5. Only 5 months.
It
What's
sounds
wrong with
like
that?
pain. It sounds like pain.
It does. Did you buy anything from the event or are you purely
Nothing.
nothing from
I
the
like
site?
maybe I was thinking about the cloth just because it's stupid, but like it's already into Jan. I can't be asked to wait.
Yeah, I tried to go and do an in-store pickup. They haven't got any either. They're just absolutely panicking. I do feel for Airphone Elijah from the Cult Cast because he's been making
Oh,
cult
you got
cloths
Sherlock's. Yeah, I know.
for
Yeah, I
years.
saw that. Yeah,
Sherlock.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm,
It's not good.
sad times. Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't interested. I mean, AirPods 3, they're cool, but not for me. MacBook Pro, well, my M1's fine. So that's and what
Mm,
HomePod? Actually, HomePod Mini, maybe the orange one. I like the orange one.
orange.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we'll
so
see.
I've you're going to use it in your anechoic chamber that you live in.
Yeah, yeah,
Isn't that where Apple just tests all of the radios?
yeah. I mean, I'm just in there.
Yeah, that's where I live. I'm not sure if John Malkin's trying to be uh, mean to us with that comment. We should go on pointless. Are we pointless, or
Are
do
we?
you
Is
think
that?
we
Yeah.
just?
Is that like?
It would be interesting actually to go on one of the quiz shows as like a pair of YouTubers.
My general knowledge is very bad. I'm just gonna
We'll
say that
see.
up.
Mine's quite good, so you can just be the looks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll just sit there pretending I know things.
On which point, elephant in the room. Where's the beard gone, dude?
You know what? It
There's
was.
always controversy anytime you get rid of or get back a beard.
You see,
Everyone needs to know
I
what's
really
happening.
I like the middle phase of my beard. Like when it's like
Mhm.
just it hasn't grown out a lot. It's just like there's a perfect middle phase, but once it goes out of that, then it becomes horrible. So I have
Mine's
to just go back.
at the perfectly itchy
Yeah,
stage at the moment.
yeah, yeah. I just can't match those kind of standards. Oh,
But I had to wear a mask for like several hours last night because we went to see Tim Minchin in Birmingham. Do you know Tim Minchin?
I have never heard of him. I have
What?
never
The
heard of him.
comedian, Australian guy, singer. Oh, he's brilliant. He
I
sings a
said
song.
I lack general knowledge. I said this, so
Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize it was so severe. But yeah, he does a great song called Canvas Bags, and it's basically
Ah,
just an environmental song about taking your canvas bags when you go to the supermarket. And he's been doing it for about 10 years. And we went to the merchandise bit, and they've got
okay.
these.
Oh wait, should I zoom in? How do I? No, not me. No, no, no.
Yeah,
Oh no,
that's
wait,
the
1
wrong
minute.
room.
I'm removing people. Oh god.
Got
How do I?
canvas
I've,
bags.
I completely. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Do something drastic to rid the world of plastic.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
it's
snazzy
deep.
bag. That's a snazzy bag.
So we bought a couple of those.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
you
Nice.
have to find out some Tin Minchin stuff. I posted some stuff
Yeah.
on Twitter yesterday, I think. So you can go
Okay,
and
I'll
watch
go.
those videos after this.
I'll go check those out. Yeah.
Yeah. So we should go on pointless. External monitors are exceedingly commonplace in work environments, and HDMI makes it easier and cheaper than paying for a Thunderbolt monitor. Yes, but again, you can just get a cable that goes from HDMI to
HDMI to
Thunderbolt,
Thunderbolt. Yeah.
which is what I've got. My main 4K big screen that's here. That's just a 4K TV, and it's got a HDMI to Thunderbolt cable, and that's it. Dead easy. It costs 10 quid or something. John Malkin loves that program. Oh, he just wants to see more of us. He just wants us to be on there
Just
so that you can enjoy our company there as well. That's cool.
yeah. Fair
Still
enough.
right.
And nice. Just nice.
Just nice in general.
That's from your profile pictures from Doctor Who, right? I remember K9, right? That's K9?
Oh, not mine.
Think,
I was going to say I don't think
no,
mine
the
is.
profile picture, John.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
I remember.
K9.
I remember
It
watching the
literally
Sarah
says
Jane
it on the
Adventures.
side of it, Saran.
Yeah, I just
It says
realized.
K9 down the side.
Yeah, yeah. I remember seeing that in the Sarah Jane Adventures. No, any fans out there? No, just me.
My general knowledge isn't very good though.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that.
Well,
You know what? I should go. I should check what Apple Track, just like I did last time. Apple Track has
see if something's
usually
happened.
has something.
The biggest thing will be Mark Gurman doesn't know what day of the week it is. And
Okay, I see. No more Apple. Oh, no more. Yeah, that hurts. Every time I see that, no more Apple events this year.
that does hurt because, well, I think the Mac Mini is going to come though, and I do think it's going to be a press release.
Could be likely.
Because then,
when do you think? When like November or December?
November.
Okay.
Like, although when was AirPods Max was December, wasn't it? Was it like
December?
6th
Yeah.
of December?
I thought I was the AirPods 3 was a complete surprise for me at that event. I was really.
Yeah,
I
because
thought
nobody's been talking about them. They were basically the AirTags of our generation.
No, when Tim said, "Well, today we're talking about the Mac and music," I was like, "What? Whoa!" music.
I mean,
I was completely
there
surprised.
there was an awful lot of leaks about the colours of HomePod minis beforehand.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
We heard nothing, but like I
There's always a
do.
few like there's always like a surprise with like the purple iPhone was also a surprise at the April event,
I mean,
and
it was the highlight for me.
there was, yeah, definitely.
Although
September event,
I
the
don't
color.
understand. I don't understand at all why at that April event they gave the iPad Pro the top billing over the new iMac. That
Mm,
didn't make any sense at all. The new iMac was way more impressive for
I
me,
think
anyway.
I guess because it was like I guess because technically the iMac. I mean, the M1 is like a great chip, but it's for consumers. It's like the regular one, whereas iPad Pro, it's they've got a flex that it's
Yeah, but
Pro. I'm still surprised Tim actually went ahead and did that whole, the whole Mission Impossible thing. Like again,
yeah,
I just find it really hard to believe that the director went up, talked to Tim about that. Like, hey, this is how we're gonna do it. You're gonna jump out of a building and do all kinds of
there's. Have you watched any of the Corridor Crew stuff?
corridor
Videos
crew.
on YouTube. They do visual effects
Oh
artist
yeah, yeah,
reacts
yeah,
and
I've
stuff.
seen. Yeah, 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 I've seen.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they had the guy that did all the stunts for that because they do a stuntman react
Oh
as well.
really? Oh
And he was
wait.
talking about how it all went
Oh
down and
cool.
stuff, and
Okay.
how Tim was actually really cool about it all.
I need to watch that. Okay, I will.
Yeah,
Actually, I'll
I'll
watch
try
that
and
right
I'll find
after.
a link and
Yeah.
I'll tweet it out. Now in the comments here we've got Sharon says I think the mini's coming soon too. That's because she watches my videos, and that's why she thinks it's coming soon because I keep going on about it's coming, coming.
Yes, we got Huvie in here. Yes, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
John Malkin met Doctors 3 to 8 and 10. So
Oh, nice.
10 was
I
that
think
was
it was
the
David Tennant. Oh, was it Matt
no
Smith?
one before him.
Um, uh, Christopher Eccleston, right?
Yes, Eccleston,
Yeah.
very good. David Tennant, probably one of my favourites.
Yeah. Oh,
Matt Smith,
yes.
less of a favourite. He just looks
No,
weird.
I actually I love Matt Smith. He's my favorite.
No, he's
Maybe
a
it's
nice.
just
Yeah.
I don't know. I like his like he. I think towards the end of his run, he was a little more tame. But with who was it? What's her name? Amy Pond. There you go. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Amy and Rory. Like when they were as a
Yeah.
trio, that was
Karen
great.
Gillan was great.
Yeah.
Myself and Matt Smith share an ex.
No way, you
Fun
seriously?
story.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Crazy. Wow. Okay, that's a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Evan.
Bombshell.
In fact, I've kind of fallen out with, but I'm really happy because it recently announced like Russell T Davies is coming
He is
back as a
coming back, isn't
showrunner.
he?
I'm
Yep.
very excited about that. That should be good.
I was about
Uh,
to point that out, but yes,
yeah,
Chip gone.
Chibnall, thank God. Actually,
Get
I don't
out of
mind
there.
Jodie Whittaker was a pretty good doctor in my. I didn't mind her
Yeah, she
as
just
a.
didn't get anything to do.
Yeah, she just didn't get anything. Yeah,
It's the
the
writing
writing
that let it down.
was
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, well,
10
this
is
is.
David. Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, cool. So it was 9 was Eccleston then.
Mm.
Gotcha. Well, I hope everyone's enjoyed this latest episode of the Who Cast.
There you go. Oh, we got. Oh, and I just completely not
Oh,
my. Okay, there we
never
go.
hit that. Never good.
Okay, there we go. Agreed, Evan. HDMI is great for people who work on the road. Every bloody office I go to has a different setup. A few weeks ago, I found a VGA. Oh my god, no, a
Nice.
VGA cable. Oh god.
I think I've got a DVI to HDMI somewhere. That's a fun one.
Oh
And I've
wow.
got some DVI to VGA ones. We were saying that we might do a bit of experimenting and see how many dongles you can actually daisy chain
Yeah.
before stuff stops working. That might be a fun video.
That
to do.
actually, you know what? I would watch that.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting. That would be a very interesting topic to cover
How many dongles can you put in a
Yeah.
cable before it stops?
before it stops working.
And you can really
No,
like go for
cool.
some weird combinations as well.
Yeah.
John Malkin's your wife? John Malkin, my wife, is watching Doc Tennant as I type this. Haha. Okay. It's good to know. This is a lot of new information has come out from the audience today.
Anyways, let me see what Apple Track is saying. What's
Yes.
Apple Track saying?
Oh yeah, we do Apple stuff on this.
Yeah. MacBook Air,
remember.
white bezels. We discussed that. AirPods Pro 2. Ross Young said oh yeah, this is a surprise. 27-inch iMac. It's not getting bigger.
Ross
Allegedly.
Displayman, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I have no idea why. Like, if anything, they should make it.
I'm
Yeah, sorry.
wondering if it's a limitation of mini LED in general. at the
Maybe.
minute. I think it might be a
Hmm.
manufacturing
Or maybe
limit.
they're scared that maybe they don't want to make it as good as the Pro Display. Maybe they still want to make the iMac
It,
they want people to spend 6K on the Pro
everything they've
Display.
done recently is better than the Pro Display XDR. It's got 512 dimming zones.
Yeah. But people
The
bigger is
the
better. Bigger is better to most
Yeah,
people.
but the iPad Pro has got 2,500. It's got 5 times more dimming zones. It's mental. Like,
Wow,
why?
the next news article after that is just Apple announces MacBook Pro. That was it.
Oh, that's
So
been a while then.
so
He's had a week off.
yeah, I mean yeah. We'll see the comments. Lol. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, Apple TARDIS. Yeah.
Is that the new name for the podcast?
Apple TARDIS. Yeah, I guess so. I
I mean,
mean,
my
we're just
knowledge of
talking.
Who is not good enough to do a Doctor Who podcast. by
Save
any
here,
stretch.
save it. I'm not a huge Whovian, but yeah.
I was more of a Star Trek guy in the day.
I've never seen I've never seen Star Wars or
Have you
Star Trek.
heard of any of these things?
And these are I do not know what you're talking about.
New words.
Yeah, just new Star Wars. Oh,
A Star War.
what is a Star
Have you
War?
been watching any Apple TV stuff? Any Apple TV Plus?
So, no, I don't subscribe to Apple TV in the first place. I had a 1 year trial. Obviously, everybody did, but I watched Ted Lasso. I enjoyed that, but I haven't seen season 2. I need to find a way to get another trial.
Or you could pay £5
Uh,
when the whole series
is
is
it
out.
worth it? I don't know. I don't know if I would pay £5 for Ted Lasso. And
Well, I mean, we've got it. We're watching. What do we watch on Apple TV? We watch Schmigadoon. We're going through at the minute, which is the musical one. That's quite good.
okay,
Trying, which is quite funny, especially if you used to watch Cuckoo. I thought that was very good. Yeah.
Cuckoo. Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Team
okay.
Vuri says, Saran, surely though thou doth
Team,
blaspheme.
did you say Team Vuri?
Team Vuri, yeah.
Okay.
But it says.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Team Vuri.
Yes. Black. What? Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen a ton of popular shows. I don't know what I'm doing with my time. Like
Which Apple
Game of
services
Thrones.
do you
I haven't
use,
seen
then?
that as well.
Which Apple services do you use? Any?
Just iCloud. I think.
You're a student,
Yeah,
so you just steal everything.
Actually, I should take advantage of. No, actually, I'm using Spotify right now because I do I like the algorithm, like the playlist that Spotify makes is a little better.
But you could just use Apple Voice, Apple Music Voice.
Just access all my music
the
through
strangest of all of the services to be announced. Today we're talking about music.
I've heard a ton of Foundation.
Yeah, that's the new sci-fi
I've heard
one.
good things about. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to watch it when I had COVID, but I was a bit delirious.
Have you recovered now? Are you all good?
Yeah.
By the way, health. Yeah. Good.
No,
good.
I've been good for a couple of weeks now, but I'm off work this week because I've got my new AirPods coming tomorrow, which we'll be reviewing. Evan has asked me to do a formal review of the AirPods 3rd generation, so I'm going to wear a suit.
You should do B-roll and all the professional.
No, I'm just going to do the whole review in a suit.
Just do this. Okay.
Seems about as formal as I can make it.
Spaceballs kind of guy.
Am
I missing another reference?
Spaceballs, have you young fool?
I haven't heard it. What is Spaceballs?
Spaceballs was a parody of Star Wars. I think it was mainly Star Wars. Yeah, because there was Rick Moranis as I can't remember what the name of the character was, but it was a Darth Vader.
Okay.
Darth Vader is the one that wears black in Star Wars. And got the red
makes sense.
Light up stick.
Yeah. Okay.
The Corridor Crew guys as well did a very, very good lightsaber video that came out today, I think, with like how lightsabers would be if they were real swords and people actually were worried about getting hit.
Interesting. I will subscribe to. I'll binge all their videos and learn more about this Star Wars thing that I don't know what this.
I've heard of it.
Is.
I've heard of it. Notice that I've actually got good headphones up here, or better ones. They're Beats, but I couldn't find the wire, and they're not wireless
Oh,
ones, so that's
I
why
thought
we
it was
have
just a
these.
set piece, like just a thing in the
No, I just
background.
hung them up there to mock myself.
Thank you, Alex, for stopping by.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Alex.
that.
Love you, dude.
Yeah. Go make another
Darth
banger video,
Moranis. That's not the
100k.
name of the character.
Darth
Oh, what is it? All right, I'm gonna have to.
Such, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of these things. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm more of a sitcom guy. I just like watching like Friends and The Office and Community. I just binge those.
So his character was called Dark Helmet.
Oh, okay. See, I get dark helmet.
Yeah, and then you've got John Candy played Barth, which was like a Wookiee kind of. Wookiees are one of the aliens. Chewbacca?
Yeah, I've heard. I
Sussy
can't. I don't.
Bacca?
Yeah,
Got to bring it full circle.
Gotta bring it full.
Bring it home.
But I've heard of Chewbacca. Chewbacca? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
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 Yeah, so it's a very kind of.
Also,
Apparently it's very
one
funny.
thing I've heard like Star Wars fans say is like, why do you not watch the movies in the chronological order? Like, why do you have to watch them in like 8, 5, 4? I don't know. You guys,
It's more like a
what's that
choose your
about?
own adventure.
Okay, I see, I see. So just have a random order, like
Yeah, no, you get to the end of one movie, and then you get to make a decision about who wins, and then that tells you which episode you have to watch next.
oh, okay, that definitely is okay. That
Mhm.
sounds right. Yeah,
That's
okay.
absolutely what they've done.
What We Do in the Shadows, is that on what's that on
This
Netflix
sounds
or
mucky.
Prime? Yeah, that just sounds
It
a
does
little
sound a bit
sus, a little
filth.
a little dodgy.
Absolute filth.
But I need to stop watching the same shows again and again. So I would actually appreciate any recommendations. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chewbacca's a Wookiee.
Is this
That's the kind of noise you make.
This is the order 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. But why?
And
Why do you
see,
watch
and now he's
the?
stopped because he doesn't want you to watch 7, 8, 9.
Why are they bad? Are they just?
1, 2, 3 was worse.
Oh, cool. BBC iPlayer. Okay, I'll check it
See,
out.
that's one that you can watch for free as a student.
Yeah, yeah.
Never watched 7, 8,
as long as
9,
you pay your
see?
TV license, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
Evan, this sounds really just what's going on here? Young and Hungry. What?
That also sounds like a series on like Pornhub. Got to be honest.
Okay. Young and
She'll do
I
anything
don't
for a square meal.
that Evan. I don't know. Is that a show? It just sounds very interesting. Anyways,
Is this like name of your sex tape? Is that what we're playing here? Have
Young and Hungry?
You must have
No,
watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. I've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah.
Thank goodness. I thought we were gonna have to fall out.
Oh, I'm sad it ended. This year,
but
right? The
but
season
that last
finale.
series is so good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. The finale was amazing.
They did it very. It was a good heist.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess this has kind of descended, hasn't it?
We've just completely lost
the peak of Apple News that we were, but a few weeks
Please,
ago.
actually, Dave, in our last proper podcast, you were praying to Tim. You were talking to Tim, and you were like, "Give us news," and then he gave us invites.
Yes.
Do you remember that? So I think you need to do another solo. I'll bring you to
Tim.
There you go.
Tim. I want Mark to be wrong. So November would be a really good time to give us another event. I'd quite like it if it had a Mac Mini at it, because they look really cool. Can we have some more stuff? I just want more things. We could have a gaming thing if you want. I don't mind. I don't even mind if you pad it out with more Apple Fitness rubbish. Just give us something.
Hopefully that works.
Yeah.
Maybe even an iPod. Just give us an iPod. Even like I know that makes no sense. Just give us an iPod for no reason.
Oh God,
something.
no! Like someone. Oh, it was James Apple. Again, it was on my comment section this morning. Am I wrong in thinking we were supposed to be getting an iPod? I was like, yes. Yes, you were wrong. We're not
It
getting.
was actually the iPod's 20th anniversary this week. That
Yes, it
was
was like
news.
3 days ago.
Yeah.
And if we
So
hadn't had it yet, we ain't having it. They would have done it at that event. They would have released it on the anniversary if they were going to do it. And the only reason they should have done it is to put spatial audio lossless thing into it, which again, another little bit of detail I think that sort of shows that the MacBook Pros were supposed to come in June. When did we get the lossless? Just before WWDC, wasn't it?
May, yeah, around May. It was, yeah.
So MacBook Pros, in fact, I think they were supposed to come out in April at that event. I
Oh,
think that
really?
was the
Okay.
original intent.
Okay.
But because that's what we were hearing to begin with, wasn't it? It was like the spring event would be the next generation. But that headphone jack that they put in it, which detects if you've got like high-end headphones and the impedance of your headphones, and it can push more power through and stuff, that would have made a lot of sense to come out, around the time of the lossless stuff, when everything else was going Apple lossless, that you can't play on anything that Apple gives you.
True. Good point. Yeah.
So I think another bit of delay.
Oh, I
Evidence.
see. Young and Hungry is a show on Netflix. I will check that out. We'll see. Okay.
And it's
Sounds
good
dodgy, but I'll
with
check it out.
4 O's
Yeah. Sounds good.
and 2 F's in Netflix.
A new Mac Mini would be awesome. I agree.
It
Mike is a
really
huge
would.
fan of the iPod Touch, so I don't. Okay, if we ever see like an iPod Touch refresh, it's going to be another really minor refresh, like a new chip. That's it. Maybe one additional color.
Did you see the stuff about the iPhone SE? Is potentially actually going to be
news!
a redesign.
Yes. Okay, how?
The
Yes,
last
we have. Okay.
LCD. I'm guessing it's going to be an iPhone
No,
10R shell.
Yeah. That report said that's exciting because every other report said it's going to be the same design but with 5G and the A15 chip. If this is true and it's an iPhone 10R but with a Touch ID on the side, yeah, that's one part of the report that I'm not sure about because
that could be fine.
No, but like they don't usually redesign the SE.
No.
Like number one, like putting the scan on the side would probably mean they have to. This is a curved design, so they have. I guess I don't know. They'll have to do a slight redesign for it, and also maybe a smaller notch, which would be another redesign thing. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they could give it the same, just a flat button on a curved side.
Yeah, maybe.
It wouldn't be that bad. They could use the same sensor they use in the iPad Air. That'd be okay. But yeah, I think that would be cool. And also, I think the biggest advantage for me is at the moment we still have a combination of swipe up for command control center on iPhones that are still being released with home buttons.
And
swipe down from the top
for Face ID iPhones.
Yeah, that's what needs to be kind of unified between them. I don't know why they didn't already update on iOS 14 or 15. For the HomePod one, for the home button ones, to just have the swipe up to switch apps anyway. Put the gestures on it and let people still use the home button if they want to.
Just like they do on the iPads.
Yeah.
The iPads, even the home button ones, they have the same gestures as the Face ID and Touch ID iPad.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I was. You know what? A part of me was thinking they'll be doing something like an iPod, maybe a new HomePod. Like when they started talking, like I was like, wait, are we gonna get a new HomePod? But then it was just new colors. So
like a big one.
I was like, I heard. Did you know? Anyways, Gurman said a long time ago that there'd be like a middle. Well, this is before the big one got discontinued.
Like a MIDI.
He said like, yeah, like a HomePod Air, I guess, like a at that time.
Please
like
no.
HomePod Air, yeah.
And a HomePod Max and a HomePod Pro and a HomePod Pro Max.
It seems that those are the names Apple's sticking with. Yeah. No iPod, yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a replacement for HomePod. I don't. Because if there was, and it was already in the works, they wouldn't have discontinued the old one.
That's a good point, yeah.
And taken it off the website. The same as the iMac Pro. I don't think we're going to get a new iMac called the iMac Pro. It was brought in because they didn't have a Mac Pro. briefly.
And now, once its job was done, they just got rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was. Did it ever have a revision?
No, actually, I don't think so. No, no, no.
2017
I
to
don't think any
2020.
new specs. Yeah, just the same. It was just the same machine. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What about the
Oh,
sports AirPods
yeah.
Max?
Well, I don't know. I would actually be very much. I would be very interested in those. Like, I would buy because actually, to be honest, AirPods Max have often been on sale for like 370. I've seen them
Mm-hmm.
like from Amazon and stuff. So, I mean, I would prefer having like a 399 model that maybe has just maybe the plastic that Beats use the like the soft touch plastic kind of
Mm-hmm.
material. That'd be nice with the same sound quality and ANC.
Yeah. I mean, I just wonder what they're going to call it, given how terrible they are at names now. Is it going to be the AirPods Max Lite?
No,
AirPods
Apple would never use it. Like, I don't think they would. Actually, I won't rule out everything, but
AirPods Max Air?
Max
AirPods Air Max?
AirPods Air, AirPods Air.
Yeah, I mean, could be anything, couldn't it? What were they going to do?
AirPods Air. Yeah, no, John makes a good point. We have a HomePod Mini and that's the thing. They should have renamed the Mini to just the regular HomePod.
But we also have
Why keep
an
the Mini
iPad Mini
suffix?
and no iPad Max, even though we've got a 12.9-inch one.
But at least with the iPad range, we have bigger iPads. Like, this is the
Do
only
you think
HomePod in the range.
Do you think they'll rename the iPad 12.9-inch the iPad Max on the next
no.
round?
Oh no.
So you get a Pro and a Max.
maybe I don't know. It seems like a very Apple thing to do. Just throw the Max word at
iPad more
everything.
bigger.
Yeah. Wow, Evan, thank you. Wow, I mean, we haven't talked much Apple stuff today, but thank you.
This is it. This is why people like Genius Bar. Nobody talks about Apple on it. They get angry about stuff, and then they eat some delicious Magic Spoon.
Yeah, yeah. We should get some sponsors on and just
I've
start
got some
eating
Magic Spoon.
food.
It's delicious.
Oh, yeah.
If you're watching Magic Spoon, give me the floor.
Oh,
if you're watching Magic Spoon,
there you go.
We could be the next Genius Bar. It's very unlikely, but there is a possibility. You know, stuff happens. Sponsors? We can be your UK representatives.
Yes. Call us. There you go. Well, that's about it. I think we can wrap it up here. We've done an hour now.
Surely we can. For everyone's safety.
For everyone's safety. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Very lively chat today. Thank you.
It has. I like it. It is fun to just play with the chat. Did you disconnect your super chat?
Yeah, no, we haven't hit we haven't hit the watch hours and the subscribers. So
yeah, we've not quite got 1,000 subscribers. We haven't quite got 4,000 hours of watch time.
Yeah,
which is unsurprising.
I've noticed the analytics for the channel is that like with a live, because we only do live streams and then 1 hour each, and people what 6-7 people watch them.
Yeah,
and obviously it picks up later. Like the watch hours are picking up quite fast.
Oh.
So we could be like subscribers is going to be the only thing that might take a while, but
maybe
watch hours we'll see.
Maybe we could actually plan to do it next week and promote it on our channels.
Yes,
that might help.
Yes. that might help. That's a good idea.
Rather than going me messaging you on Twitter an hour and a half before going, "You want to do a thing?"
Yeah, let's just do it. Here's the link.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we haven't got access yet. We'll see. I mean, yeah, it's fine for now. We'll just keep this going how it is. And
if you can get 1,000 of your friends to come along, subscribe, we're happy with that. Share it out. We're quite happy with that. But yeah,
that's about it.
We're more than willing to make money. You know.
Oh yeah, don't get that. Extra stream of revenue.
We're fine with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not quite full time on this podcast yet.
I think I mean we're only 4 episodes in right now, so we've got to build it up.
When we get to 6, I'm actually going to put them out as podcasts, so we've got a back catalogue.
Okay. Cool.
Until then, it'd just be embarrassing.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
Anyways, see you everybody. Wender here. Have a good night.
see you,
If it
peeps.
see you.